Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to Crazy Bowl TV. Welcome, gentle folk, gentle people. Please welcome to the barber shop. This is called the Rivals Corner. It's a show that I usually don't do because it's hard to find rival fans. They don't want to see us these days. Liverpool fans are unbearable right now. So no rival fan wants to come to the barber shop and have a conversation with us. But today we have Rich from Crystal Palace. I have all his stuff on the description below. So please make sure you go and check him out. If you want to ask, I always talk about people who are like, they say the hard workers in this business. I always big up like Ensman and them. But if you don't know about Rich and the eagle-eyed football, trust me, okay? Trust me, you don't know what you're missing. And Liverpool fans, sometimes we can be very, we feel ourselves being on the up and up, but we don't look at what other content creators are also doing because we are always fighting amongst the so-called big six and the top six or whatever you call them. But other channels, other content creators are putting the work just like everybody else. So I am so honored to have my brethren with me today. And we're going to talk about everything Liverpool and Crystal Palace. So, Brother Rich, man, how you doing, man? Thank you so much for gracing me, man. It's been a long time. I've been trying since we met on Grace Can Show. That's like almost 4 years now.
Yeah, it is. First things first, I might have to jump back in again just for that intro. That intro was fire still. No, I really appreciate you. I'm doing good, as you say.
Yeah.
Like just busy, just life, busy, family, teaching, content creating, you know what I mean? But we do it for the love of the game.
Yeah.
This has been long overdue. We need to obviously get ourselves prepped for a community shield as well. So we need to
yes. That one is coming.
We need
real
to link
fast
up to that as well. So
yes,
you know what? We're not going to be ghosts no more. This collab needs to happen more often than one.
We have to. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for coming, man. This is what I call the barbershop because usually, what happens in the barbershop? People talk.
Chat.
Yeah. The community comes in. I'm pretty sure people are like, "Is Quincy on? This is too early. He's never that early, right?" So, we just come here and have a conversation. I think you see my show sometimes. I don't tolerate people who come here and disrespect anybody. So if anybody shows up and they be disrespectful, let me know. We give them one warning. If they don't abide it, peace out. I just want it's a football family, whether you rivals or not. So thank you so much. But I mean, there's so many things going on right now between Liverpool and Crystal Palace. But first of all, we need to congratulate you guys by beating City in the FA Cup. If we were going to lose our crown, it shouldn't go to City. It shouldn't go to especially Arsenal or Manchester United. But it was a good thing. I personally believe that it was very good for football, right? This season has English Premier League has shown the rest of the world that it's not easy out here. It's not easy because all 4 trophies was won by different people. Different teams won all trophies in England, which is I think is very good for football. It's good for the PR aspect of the game. And first of all, we need to hear you were present. You were on the soil in the cathedral of football. You were there. We want to hear the environment. We have to live vicariously through you. You beat City. We want to see how it felt. I saw and I think I shouted you out when the game was over. So let us know how you were feeling, the fans. I mean,
it was unreal. First things first, I think what you said was right. I think it was good for football.
Yeah.
The reason being is, and this is no disrespect to the big six, but sometimes they've got other priorities.
Right.
But fairly to you, like you made the Carabao Cup final, like you gave it a go. Obviously, you'd be disappointed in yourself by getting knocked up by Plymouth earlier on.
Right.
But like I said, sometimes there's like, do we need to play a strong side here on this Saturday because of Wednesday we've got a Champions League game?
Right.
These sort of things play a part. So for a team like us to go and do it, and not only that, think about when you think about the semi-final, Aston Villa, ourselves, and Forest, 3 teams that have not been there in ages, you know what I mean? But being there, honestly, there was a sense of hope. Like in the sense that, like, there was like, I think we could do this, but then always at the back of your mind, it's Manchester City.
Yeah,
it's Manchester City. You know what I mean? And those first 15 minutes, we were sitting there like this. We haven't touched the ball. We haven't touched the ball.
Typical City, you know.
And then a moment of brilliance. And I want to say this now, like commentators, please understand the game. We didn't counter-attack City. It was from our goal kick.
Right.
That is not a counter-attack. Give us credit for how we built the goal up.
They would never do that.
You know, I kept hearing, "Oh, what a counter-attack! How could it be counter-attack? They didn't have the ball at the time.
They didn't have the ball." Like people, this is the commentators. Sometimes they think that we don't watch the game. Like, they think that we're still in the radio back in the day where we listened through the radio.
Honestly.
So, you know, like they could say whatever they want, and we'll be like, "Oh, that's what happened." But we were watching the game.
No, we built it up, and it was a great goal. Like as Matata did well in the build-up. Munoz has been outstanding for us.
Oh man, that guy, man.
You know, he don't stop running.
I think top 3 right back in the league this past season.
I wouldn't even argue.
You know,
I wouldn't argue. I think he made a lot of team of the seasons as well. So fair play to him. You know, and then obviously Ebbs puts it away, and then we knew, all right, it's going to be backs to the wall sort of job. But how we defended was it was a masterclass in defending. You know, we limited them to like long range shots. Obviously, we get. Henderson, I'm going to put my hand up and say the guy should have been sent off. I'm sorry. Like, we rolled our luck. But you know what? I don't care. Like, normally, teams of our size don't get that luck.
Right.
And then he obviously makes that penalty save. And then you hear 10 minutes at a time.
I don't know where that came from.
I sat down. I sat down like this. I was literally like this. Sat down. And then I stood up and I said, all right, let's do these in quarters. Let's get to 2.5 minutes. Let's get to 5 minutes. Let's get to 7.5 minutes. And then when Doku shot wide, 99 minutes and
that's what the fans
53 seconds. It erupted. It was even louder than the goal. Because I think at that moment we thought, ref, blow that whistle. And we win our first trophy in history, and it was unbelievable scenes. And I think what I love, and this is where I'm going to give the media credit and stuff, is the jubilation. They managed to capture it.
Yes,
you've got people crying in the stands. You know, you've got like sons or daughters with their fathers. You know, you've got generations above us who, I mean, I've even heard of a story that recently someone had passed away, like who was in their 80s and stuff. But the son or the daughter who tweeted it could say, well, at least they finally saw us win a trophy. This is the moment. You know, I've got my daughters who on the following Monday, I put like bubbles and red and blue bubbles and that in their head. They walked into school with chess, because normally you go to school, you're hearing, oh, you support Crystal Palace. No, we support Man United, Man City. They were like, we won the FA Cup. So that, for at least 15, 20 years, no one can tell them niche.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
It's in the history book.
It's in the book. So
it's in the books.
Yeah, it was an incredible day.
Yeah.
And yeah, just looking forward to it. And you mentioned Europe. That's a very sticky subject at the moment. I think UEFA are trying to do us dirty about this whole multi-club ownership.
Yeah.
So we just kind of have to wait and see. Lyon got relegated, which might help us. But if their appeal gets overturned, if they win the appeal, then we'll have to wait and see. But right now, we're happy with the FA Cup win. We're hoping we get Europa League.
But at the Europe thing, City has 2 teams in Europe. They both won the Champions League.
Yeah.
So why this one different?
basically what had happened is last season they made a bit of a change of the rules. So that initially you would had a deadline to put your shares in the blind trust by I think 30th of June.
Okay.
And stuff. They changed that to March the 1st. Now March the 1st, we were playing in the 5th round against Millwall. We were like 12th in the league. We had no idea that we were gonna make it to Europe. Like there was no guarantees. One of our owners, John Texter, he's the one that owns Leon as well. If he was to put his things in a blind share and we didn't make Europe, then he would find it difficult to sell his shares. And he's been trying to sell for over a year. He tried to get Everton. Like basically because he doesn't have decisive say at Palace. Now that's the rule that Leon, I'm not so UEFA are looking at. Is there decisive rule like in his ownership, and he doesn't have decisive say or anything. But I just feel like they're gonna scapegoat us because we're Crystal Palace. If this was like a Man City, a Real Madrid, a Barcelona, who had
they don't want that smoke. The lawyers
they would find a way around it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I think Friday, probably Monday latest, we'll end up finding out.
Okay, I mean, I think the EPL needs to, or the English FA needs to step up and say, listen, this is good for the tournament. The fact that you have a team that has never been there showing up, that's the whole reason why they expanded the whole tournament, both in all the European tournaments, so that other clubs could get opportunities to play. I mean, Lyon is getting relegated. They got relegated. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it had to do with some financial situations that was the cause. And usually they won't overturn it because Lyon, the recent Lyon is not back in the day. Lyon with Adibal and them boys, Benzema and them used to be there.
It isn't, but then also they've got to think French football as it stands ain't great. PSG and the rest. Now, if you lose Lyon as well.
Well, they got Marseille to hold up the spoil till Lyon comes back.
I guess so.
Brest, is it Brest? Brest is in France.
They've done all right,
They've done all right. So they do. Yeah, but I would be upset. It will annoy the hell out of me if they don't let you guys go to Europa because you earn it. That's why I'm saying the English Premier League needs to step up because that is part of the reason why the FA Cup is competitive because teams can go into Europe for it. Exactly. Yeah. So if that happens, bro, you got to step up and be like, okay, can we do a one-off? It's not like they've never done it before.
100%.
They've done it before. So, yeah, man, people, please hit the like button, share, subscribe if you haven't. And if you don't know, go to my brother's channel, Eagle-Eyed Football. Please subscribe. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. If you want to know people who work hard, it's not only Don Robbie and AFTV who does whatever they do. I promise you, go to Eagle-Eyed Football. You will not be disappointed. You guys know me. I do not support channels that I'm not gonna, co-sign. Big up to Promo for being in the building. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Promo, which side of the globe are you in? On my side is almost nighttime. I know some of you guys just woke up. So I appreciate every single one of you guys taking the time to be here. And the ones who are gonna watch the show later, please comment, agree or disagree. We just ask that you be respectful. Now, let's get into the situations why my brother is here. Marc Guehi, right? The way the rumors are flying, it seems like he's on the M21, about to make a left on the L5 to get to Anfield and do his medical. But we know there's conversations going on. But before we even talk about Marc Guehi to Liverpool or whatever, tell us how special that player is and how important it is to Crystal Palace, because Marc Guehi is so underrated, right? I'm glad he is so underrated because he doesn't have a sexy name. He's a cool, calm, he's calm guy. He doesn't do the rah, he's chill. You make him mad, then you see the other side of him. But he's always usually chill. He doesn't. He's just take care of business. He's a very, very well experienced center back. He's an English international who starts.
Yeah.
Right? People tend to forget about that. And I had to shut down a few Liverpool fans who thinking, oh, he's not good enough. But I'm like, people, you don't know him. And as a matter of fact, big up to G. He's like, he considered Guehi almost at the same level as Konate, right? Because he doesn't rate, this is a Liverpool fan. He doesn't rate Konate that high. So
Right.
his question was, and we'll get there later. I will say what he made a good point. But if you want to play on the next level, that point kind of get muddy a little bit, right? But Marc Guehi, talk about Marc Guehi, how important he is. Why is he so underrated?
He's, as you said, he's a quiet leader. He doesn't need to like do the whole screaming and shouting and stuff like that. But what he does is he brings an element of calm in our back line. The guy is so composed on the ball. He can dribble out from the back. His passing range phenomenal. He can use both feet, by the way, left foot, right foot. You can play him left centre back, you play him right centre back. It doesn't matter. Oliver Glasner has trusted him so much when we've had injuries. He's even played him in centre mid. Not saying that's his position, great position, but
right? Mentally
saying, at least I know you can hold control of the ball and stuff. You're right about the guy being underrated. It's only because he plays for Crystal Palace. The same thing was happening with Michael Olise. Like some people were like, oh, you can't talk about Michael Olise with the Cole Palmers and the Mo Salahs. But now they want to talk about it because he's gone to Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich.
He was doing it for us anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
people need to watch football. That's
all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So look, we're expected to lose him. We were expected to lose him last season, but Newcastle didn't want to pay up what they needed to pay up.
Right.
And stuff. Look, and if he goes with our blessing. He drove us to an FA Cup win. It's the same with Ebbs as well. Like if they go, I'm not saying I want to lose all my players because it'll be nice to try and kick on. But if they go, it's thank you for the FA Cup win, and we will find a way of rebuilding. Like, but you'll get yourself a very, very good centre back. The debate, obviously, regarding Konate is a valid one. It is a valid one. I think Konate is underrated. As well. I don't think he gets the credit he deserves because of everyone talks about Van Dijk and stuff. And I'm not saying that Van Dijk doesn't deserve his plaudits.
Right.
But my goodness me, the amount of times Van Dijk's made a mistake and Konate's had to bail him out. And that normally is when Van Dijk's trying to be a bit too aggressive. He may get turned in the middle of the park or he misses a tackle, the ball gets popped around.
He's nonchalant. He has a problem and he knows it himself.
Konate is there.
Yeah.
And don't forget, in a season where you've got Van Dijk, and once again, I'm not criticizing Van Dijk because he's one of the best defenders in the Premier League. He's like, for sure. But if Van Dijk's out of position, don't forget, Konate's also had to deal with Trent being out of position too. So he's had to do a lot of work. So I don't understand the Konate hate. I think he's a good defender. But I think what you're trying to do is, one, build up more competition because they are both now prone to. I'm not so much Van Dijk, but Konate is prone to injury.
Yeah.
Also, because Marc's only 24 years old, after Van Dijk's 2 years, at least Marc's ready. He's already there.
Yeah.
Or if Konate decides not to sign a new deal,
Marc's right there. You just said something that people have not said anything, right? A lot of people haven't mentioned that. Usually, something that everybody said, especially these new top 6, whatever thing that goes on, is the age. For some reason, people think he's probably close to his 30s than what he actually is. He's a baby. He hasn't even hit his peak yet.
He signed for us at 21 and
From
went
Chelsea,
straight
right?
to us. Yes, went straight into our starting lineup and got the captain's armband, literally like
another quality that we need. That means we have 3 center backs that all of them are captains from their nation. I mean, when did we realize that Kwanzaa was going to leave? I said 2 center backs I wanted. One was Hincapié from Bayern Leverkusen, and then the other one was Marc Guehi. Hincapié ended up going to Atletico Madrid. So I'm like, okay, then, as a matter of fact, I wanted Hincapié and Marc Guehi because we don't know about Joey Gomez, but finally he said that he's staying. So that gave us a little bit, okay, now we just need a center back. But when I see Guehi, he reminds me of Joey Gomez. They have some the same profile of play where they just go around their business. They have speed. They can control the ball with both feet. It's funny how Joe Gomez is a right-footed player, but he's very good on his left than he is good on his right side. I like the fact that he said he's both feet, meaning Virgil can be playing 60 games. This guy, since he came back from that injury, he's been playing game after game after game after game after game. Konate, we don't know whether he signed a contract or not, but having Guehi there, Virgil can take a rest. Konate could also take a rest. Guehi is a leader. So if Konate moves on, we got somebody who's proven. Guys, he's 24 years old with oh my. I will stop. You know, that's the part where people don't get. Like some rival fans are looking at it like, yo, that is a steal. You know, that's a steal. But
it is a steal.
Yeah. And you guys, you know, I know you said you will figure it out moving forward, but losing a player like that, especially I think you guys who play Europa, I think they won't. It'll be messed up for Europe to say, oh no, after all they've done, stealing the ideas from the Super League to make this super. You cannot take that away from Crystal Palace, and that I don't see how possible that is. But losing him though, I know you guys. The same way you find Munoz. I don't know where you got Munoz from. I don't know where this guy gave me so many. What did they call it? Fantasy points. Like he was. I think I got him around Christmas.
That was the time to get him in, yeah.
And I never let him go. I never let him go. He's been there. I think I even captained him a couple of times.
Yeah. You know how much we got him for as well?
I know it's cheap because I don't know.
Very cheap.
Which country did he come from?
So he was playing for Ghent in Belgium. So 8 million euros, which was 6.7 million pounds.
When the time comes and you guys are going to sell, that is
million pounds for a madman at right back.
He scored goals, can pass, run. Like he reminds me of Robo, but on the right side. Robo at his pump. When Robo came out of nowhere, when he wanted to play for Liverpool, and Klopp was like, "Nah, take your time." That's why when I watch Munoz, I was like, man, he has energy for days.
The fan base love him. Like literally from day one. I think he played every game last season as well. I think he started every game last season. You know, that's his energy levels. Like guys were saying, the guy said, I don't need to rest, don't worry, I'll play. And he's just doing that all game.
Yeah. Now, in terms of Guehi, how do you see him I personally believe that he could walk into all the top 6 teams. Now, the thing that I mentioned about, G saying if he's Guehi or Guehi's representative, not the club or Liverpool club, but his reps, I'm not going to Liverpool and sit on the bench.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing with this is the assurances of game time because it's a World Cup year.
Yes,
and although he is actually, in my personal opinion, England's best centre back, Tuchel, I could tell already. Like, if you're not playing football, unless you're a Chelsea player, he's not going to give you assurances.
He's the one who sold him, isn't
he? Yeah, he did. Because obviously, you look at the England's recent friendly against Senegal.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was vibing for my African nation, by the way. So yeah, as a Ghanaian, any African nation, I'm
you know the deal. That one is
we need them to do well.
That one is it's in the DNA.
Yeah,
it's in the DNA.
So when I saw it was Chalobah and Colwell, obviously Guehi obviously had his eye injury and stuff, so he was resting and whatnot. I was like, yeah, this guy loves his Chelsea. And then Reece James has made a return. So I thought he's trying to bring the old boys back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But look, hands down, Marc Guehi's England's best centre back. So he's going to want to get involved in the World Cup. And so I'm sure Liverpool's giving him assurances like, listen, Mark, you will be playing enough games this season,
Right.
and stuff. Otherwise, he would happily just sit out. He's already said, I'm not signing a new deal, but I'm not going to force a move out. If the move doesn't materialize, I'll do the extra year with you, obviously in the Europa League, hopefully, and then I'll make my way and stuff. So he's been very cordial about it,
right?
You know, because he does love us. He really does love us. Like we gave him the platform to be able to build and stuff, and he will never hold that against us. So
at least he's honest, unlike one of our players who decided to go to some white team in Spain. You know,
I learned Spanish for 2 years.
Man, I didn't know that somebody learning Spanish, it's a crime to humanity, man. Oh my God.
Yeah, your fan base gets rattled.
Our fan base, man. Oh my goodness. Rose said, I support any African nation except the Super Eagles.
You know what? No, I second that, obviously. But can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
If it's against England, I will support Nigeria.
There's
just something about England that annoys me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Nigeria, there's a couple countries that I will support Nigeria. Other than that, it's a no-no. Their jollof is not good enough for me to be supporting Nigeria.
Chewy with their hot chicken in it.
You know what I mean? I'm like, but there was the Nigerian, actually the best Nigerian team I ever saw. I could not even support it because they were playing my favorite team at the time. Argentina, when Diego Maradona was playing, that was my favorite.
So the Amikachi,
that team. Sia Samson, Yakini. That team.
It was a very good side, man.
These guys were monsters. Like beasts. You do not. Oh my goodness. It was crazy. Big up to AR. He said, hi, Quincy Bold. Rich and chat, how are you? Blessings, greetings, respect, togetherness. You guys are wonderful, fantastic, kind, and knowledgeable. We need to bring in my Guehi and Alexander Isak. He gives you the compliment and then say, let me.
Like I said, I'm not offended anymore. If we hadn't won the FA Cup, I'll be like, listen, leave my player alone. But he can go with my blessing. We've done something that we've never ever thought we were going to do. So we will find a way around it.
This is the part where I'm trying to show Newcastle fans, because Newcastle fans, right? And hopefully I will bring, I don't know if you know John Sinclair. He's a big time Newcastle fan. Yeah. And he's like, I know for a fact Isak is not going anywhere. I'm like, brother, I didn't tell him this, but in my head as a brother, you guys can't even get Cunha. You can't get Mbuemo, you can't get Yao Pedro. You need the money.
They couldn't get Marc Guehi last year.
You see, and last year, even this year too, they were trying to get. You don't have the cash. Take the money. We will give you a player. Take the money. But oh yes, I support the nation. You know, what was it? What's the name? When I think it was a World Cup when Yakubu missed the open net right beside, like he was right there, and then he missed it. After that, I was like, yeah, I'm done with you guys. But there's also a report that you guys are interested in Ben Doak. Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah, fun. I don't know. I mean, no disrespect to him, because I'm sure he's probably a talented player. But if I'm thinking we're making Europa League, we need to be looking at a completely different market.
Right.
Like we're Crystal Palace. We're trying to find the best talent for the cheapest price.
Yeah.
So we're currently just fishing around Audi. We're doing an Audi a little thing. We made the Europa League. We need to try and upgrade that, where we're going to like Marks and Spencers and like Morrisons and stuff. Like, so for obviously in the States, it's like we need to go away from the Walmart and go to something like Macy's.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I mean, and this is the part where I was talking to you about. Is it Richard Parrish, right?
Steve Parrish.
I think I know he's not the majority owner, but he's in charge of
Of say,
sales and all that kind of thing. If you can support because I believe when was it last year, you had the manager, and then last year, the year, not this past season, the one that you guys beat us at Anfield. That manager,
Glasner,
he was so good. I was like, you need to support this guy because you had Olise and you have Eze. Now Mateta, right now, I'm even saying if we don't get Isak, give me Mateta. I don't want to see Osimhen. I don't want to see Yekorish. I don't want to see anybody else except Isak. But if I were to say, okay, you can't get Isak, who do you want? I'll get Mateta. Because he's not just a regular big standing there and hold the ball and pass the ball whenever. No, he knows how to move. He's pretty flexible, very slippery. He knows how to move. So, in terms of Mr. Parrish, he needs to put his hand in his pocket and spend some money because you guys are gonna make money, right? You're gonna sell a few players, and right now there's also talk about Eze. That's also money coming in. I always said that if Eze, I would take Eze at Liverpool. But the only thing that was always concerned me was his injury record. At Liverpool, we got quite a bit of those. So
that injury record thing is he's had one injury, and there was one serious. When he did his Achilles. Outside of that, like his injury record's fine. Don't let the non-football purists tell you otherwise. And stuff. This guy went to go and score in the FA Cup quarterfinal, semi-final, and final. Yeah. You don't need to worry about that guy.
Yeah. No, but I mean, Eze, I think Arsenal will be a good place for him because I think he's at the time where he, just like Olise. Olise left at the right time.
And that's what I like about our players. Like, they won't ever force a move.
Yeah.
And some of them, what they'll do is sign new contracts. Yeah. So, for example, with Olise, he said, out of respect for Palace, because of what we did for them, he's the one that refused the Chelsea move beforehand and signed a new deal with a higher release clause. And as soon as Bayern Munich came in, he was like, let me go buy him.
Yeah.
Out of respect. And you know what? He was actually there, FA Cup final, he was there. The game against Wolves, he came down. He was walking on the pitch.
There's love. There's love.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So that's one thing I do appreciate with our players. Like, they will do what financially trying to help us out, and they won't ever like force a move.
No, that's respect. That's he enjoyed the community that they built together. And he was there for a while. He was there since he was a baby, since he came out of when he came from France, right? And then
so he was at Reading. So we signed him the same time we signed Marc Guehi.
Okay.
Under Patrick Vieira. So he was with us for like 4 seasons.
Okay. Yeah, Ro is saying since LFC and Palace are friends, how about you? I think for me, Adam, to me, what's the name? Wilshere is the one that comes to mind when I watch him play. I don't think I would not allow him. If I was Palace, I would not allow him. Even if I was his representative, I will not allow him to go to a big club right now. Wait till after the World Cup.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go anywhere this season anyway. No, I don't think Mateta is either. Both of them will probably go next season. And I think what Parrish is going to do is, because he's going to speak to him and like, listen, lads, I'm going to bump up your contract for this season.
Yeah.
Or give me a new contract, sign a new contract with a release clause that you can go next season. We can't afford to lose Ebbs and Marc and then lose you two.
Yeah.
So that's what I think we'll have planned. Obviously, Adam Water's unreal. He's and just talking about, I like how you said good relation. I mean, look, we are cordial. Yeah, we've always been cordial. I like the fact you gave us a guard of honor. We really respect that.
Oh yeah.
I think we respect each other as a fan base. We respect each other's clubs. However, when it comes to transfer dealings, you have shafted us in the past.
We did.
Please,
who?
Benteke was 30+ million. Sacco was 30+ million. It's too much. It's too much, please. So when it comes to that sort of dealings, please.
Yeah.
allow us. Like, give us a discount next time, please. We're trying to build a good relationship here.
That's Michael Edwards. Michael Edwards is a mafia, man. That brother it's on a whole different level. How many more minutes do we have? No, you have to go catch a plane, so we don't want to miss your plane. How many more minutes do we have with you? And people in the chat, if you have any questions, please throw in right now because our brother has he has a flight to
I'll give you 5 minutes. I'll give you 5 minutes.
All right, thank you. If anybody has a question, please. He said we should use Bendok and cash for my Guehi, 25 to 30. Use Javier and Jota and cash for Isak and 70.
How about you send Doak to Newcastle for Isak? Give us Hart Vieira instead.
I mean, right now we said 40. So if you guys want to trade, that's 40 for my Guehi.
Let's do that.
And personally, I think I don't want to be contradicting myself because I said players like Kwanzaa and Elliott, they hit a wall. Their development has hit a wall. If they stay in the Premier League, they're not going to learn anything. There's nothing in the Premier League that will make them better, except they will play a lot of games. So for Kwanzaa, I'm so happy that he decided to go to Europe, diversify your game a little bit, and then come back, right? I think Elliott needs to do the same thing because his game it's like, bro, the only person who did that game in, game out was Iron Robin. Cut into his left, you know exactly what he's going to do, but you still can't stop him. You can't play like Salah because Salah is a whole different kind of fish. So his game is like, and one thing that is affecting him is he doesn't have athleticism. He's not fast enough. So he said, where is Sobo going to play? You'll be number 10 or number 8 or 6.
Yeah. One thing I will suggest to Liverpool fans and stuff, and please don't take this as an offense, but you've got to get used to having squad depth. Like, it's not a bad thing. For you to say where's he gonna play, if he's on the bench, he's on the bench. You're starting playing.
That's what. Bro, I'll let you finish because
it's not like. Don't be player FC or get offended if someone's dropped. Like if you've got someone that's benching Salah, you have done the madness. That's how you got to think about it. So
who wins at the end? Who wins if Salah's coming off the bench? Who wins?
So even with Marc Guehi, if it means Konate gets benched or whatever, it means you've got more quality. So where is someone going to play? Wherever Slot decides to play it.
Yeah,
just sit as that. You've won the league. Push on, kick on. Yeah, that was it for me. Yeah.
I mean, it's. I don't get why he said Lacrosse, one of your players, right?
Yeah. He needs to stay. Please stop trying to read it. That since Lacroix is unbelievable.
Yeah,
he is so good. To pick him up, I think we got him for like 15 mil. Once he got it took him about 3 games, and he got used to the pace of the Prem.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Like, he's so good.
So that's another gem that just blew it. And the fact that you guys are in Europe, that's what I say, you're going to need all. And that's why I keep telling Newcastle fans, the first time they went to Europe, they did not properly prepare with the big squad. They used just a small squad and then they fell off.
Yeah.
Yes, Isak be on the team help. But, bro, you can't. Everybody knows you guys are rich. The problem is the club is not rich. The owner is rich.
Yeah.
So people are pricing them out of every player. I mean, so many players that they want are going to Manchester United getting Cunha. That's like unheard of. They better get Mbuemo also. AR is asking, which area do we need to strengthen? CB, CDM, number 9. Center back and number 9. DM, we are good for now. We will see during the preseason. So are you still getting Diamande?
Hopefully. I think what's happening is that it's just jostling for position with regards to the cost of it. I think Sporting want 45 million plus. We're trying to start low at the minute, so we're looking around the 35 million. I'm sure once the Guehi thing's done, we'll just like Sporting, here you go.
Right.
Yeah, I expect that. So there's going to be lots of conflicting reports. But this is transfer. You never give your best amount.
No.
You never do that. You never play your hands. So
you work your way up.
Yeah. But I think personal terms have already been done. So
he was also one of the players that I've been looking at since 2 years ago. He is solid, like physical, like Ibu type of
yeah.
So I think he would do real well. He wants to know about if you guys are confirmed yet. We talked about it earlier. I
Yeah.
think you said Friday or Monday, right?
I think on Friday or Monday, the French Federation are going to confirm whether or not Lyon will still stay relegated. If they do, we 100% get Europa League.
Yeah.
If they don't, the thing is, it doesn't mean that we get kicked out. It now means UEFA have to make a decision based on the initial thing. Does Textor have decisive influence? Which he doesn't. He doesn't have influence, which we provided evidence for.
Yeah.
But then the issue with that UEFA are facing is that no matter if they allow us in or they don't, if they allow us in, Nottingham Forest may go and appeal. If they don't allow us in, we will appeal. And UEFA are trying to avoid
a
legal thing. So they're in their head, I think what UEFA thinking is, please, French Federation, keep Lyon relegated. So then we don't have to deal with it. I think that's what they're trying to do. So
why don't you send Lyon to the other cup, the one that Chelsea won?
Listen,
they
would. I don't know.
Yeah,
we're not a big enough club to,
But that's the whole point of expanding these tournaments. You want everybody to get a chance. People, we have 120 people on both sides between YouTube and X. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. We are getting very close to our target number, so we could have a call in. But people, look in the description box. You will see everything about Eagle Eye. It's not just, usually he was a one-man army, but now he has recruited some soldiers with him. So I have all their description in the bottom. Please go to his channel and subscribe. I'm telling you, Don Robbie is not the only one who works hard out here, man.
And just to answer Rose Lassie's question on Fofana, we can't do any business with Textor because it will look like we're colluding. That's why we've never done it. Like Steve Parish has said, I don't like this multi-club ownership. That's why we've not done business. The only player that's gone from Palace to Lyon was Jake O'Brien, who was part of our academy. Yeah. And Texas said he wants to pay £1 million. So we're like, okay, it's up to you if you want to do that. But if you're not, we're keeping him. Like, that's up to you. So we've stayed clear of that. And this is the reason why. But that Malik Fofana is cold.
Yeah.
He's cold.
Now, Fofana is good. Some Liverpool fans actually are trying to get him. If Diaz goes, bring him in there. AR asks, when is Man City and Chelsea not getting affected by PSR? Because Chelsea sells a lot of players. That's why they always get rid of. And now they're in the Champions League, so they are slightly safe. City, we're still waiting for the 100 and some charges, man.
Nothing's going to happen.
They told us in September, and then they went to January. Then this end of the season. New season is about to start. We'll be here till the next World Cup. But yesterday, they got beat. I mean, yesterday for you guys, but today for me, they got beat. This one thing that English people or Big Five league people, the rest of the world knows how to play football.
Yeah, it's true.
So I'm just going to say, and before you leave, this is what I wanted to say. Arsenal fans, you guys need to learn from Crystal Palace. They won. I'm saying this, and shout out to Turkish. Big up Turkish. I like his content, but Turkish always cry about our owners is not ambitious, and we need this, we need this. I promise you, Turkish, if you get all the players and your owners become as ambitious as they want, you're still not going to win anything. You could get all the players you need. You're not going to win. Why? Because your players don't have the club, not just the players. The club don't have a winning mentality. Don't try to act like, oh, well, Liverpool, you guys won it. You won the big trophy, and then you started winning the small trophy. No. You guys are forgetting our pain. When Klopp first got that, his first year, we lost 2 finals. After that, what happened? We became a side check to City. You guys have been... That builds character, mentality monsters. That's where it came from, not coming from behind and winning a game. Arsenal don't know how to win. That's their problem. They know how to beat teams, but they don't know how to win. And they should learn something from Crystal Palace, learn something from Newcastle, because guess what? They won.
Absolutely.
And imagine if Crystal Palace owner decide to spend some more money with this coach that they have. Trust me, they will be the next Brighton. They will be causing a lot of headache for some of us.
Whoa. We don't need to be the next Brighton anything. They don't win things. Honestly, big up to you and your
No,
community.
big up, man. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. Have a safe trip. Appreciate you, and we do it again when you come back.
No, definitely. We'll
Yeah,
definitely
we have the community
show
show.
cover as
You
well,
know what?
so, yeah.
Based on the voodoo or the whatever is on the community shield, I don't mind losing to you guys. Because usually whoever wins this community shield does not win the league. So I don't mind.
We're not expected to win the league anyway. So
no, I don't mind. You guys can win it. I will forfeit. If Arne Slot will listen to me, let's just forfeit it. Let's forfeit this tournament. Use the kids. As a matter of fact, the under 21, just send all of them in there. Because the last time we beat City in the Community Shield, the whole team fell off.
Yeah.
So I don't know what is that, but City is the only club that has won the Community Shield and won the league. So maybe we can do the same thing. But yeah, man. But brother, man, thank you so much for coming in. Good luck on the season.
You too.
Give us my Guehi. Maybe next year we come for Mr. Adams. And if I don't find a striker, I'm coming for Mateta, man. I'm telling you right now. If I don't find a striker, I'm coming for Mateta. That's all I'm saying. No, but yeah, man, shout out your channel so that people could come check you out.
Yeah, the channel is Eagle Eyed Football on YouTube, and put that in all the socials, you'll find us. And yeah, looking for another season of content, which will, fingers crossed, also include European football. So we'll get some content from Selhurst Park, and as well as going away to some of the European games as well. So yeah, should be a good year for us.
Yeah, I hope so. I want to see you guys do well. I was very excited when you beat City. So may it continue. As long as you don't beat us. But Community Shield, we can arrange Community Shield. But after that, because Crystal Palace has been a bogey team for Liverpool with that. What was that? That red hair that you guys used to. Oh, is that what's his name? He cost us the league. I think he just retired, I heard. He used to play for
Dwight Gale.
Yeah. He cost us the league. The year that Stevie G slipped. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, man. Safe trip. We talk soon.
All
right. Yeah, people. We're going to be here for a little bit. Any more questions, my people? Any more questions before we get out of here? He said, Crystal Bull. Probo earlier said if United get in Mbeumo with Cunha, they will beat Arsenal first game. That would be something delightful to see. So I just can go to AFTV and enjoy myself. So you guys heard the man about, we talked mostly, the conversation was around Guehi. From what we're hearing, it seems like agreement has been between Liverpool and Guehi's camp. There's an agreement there. Right now it's up to the two clubs to come up with a possible selling number for him to come to Liverpool. I think he's a great center back. He's 24 years old, and he has more experience than some of these so-called top center backs in the top 6, right? He's an English international, and he started for England. So, but as Brother Rich said, he is not coming just to sit on the bench. And his slot already said that having rotation is going to be one of his main goals this coming season. So he will get playing time. Like I said, we can have Virgil play 60-odd games, and Konate also doing the same thing. And these three, remember, he can play both left and right. So this is a great buy when we make it across the line. Yeah, man. So I'm very ecstatic. I want him to come to Liverpool. That would take care of one of the positions that is needed. So we have 3 center back, and we have 4 with Joey. And Joey could also alternate between either left back or right back sometimes he can even play DM. So hopefully Joey stays fit. But yeah, Marc Guehi, I think he's a very, very good player. And trust me, a lot of the clubs, all the other clubs want him. But guess what again? He said, Liverpool is Liverpool or bust. That's the good thing about now with Liverpool, with things that are going on. It's Liverpool or bust. And it's not by accident that Kekers, Verts, Frimpong, all of them say the same thing. So Liverpool, rumors are going that there's something big brewing in Liverpool right now. And hopefully we all will bear witness to it. So for me, I'm definitely co-signing Marc Guehi coming to Liverpool. And yes, World Cup season, game time will be part of the conversation in negotiation. But I'm pretty sure Arne Slot will tell him, brother, you're going to get a lot of game time. You're going to get a lot of game time. He's going to be... The difference between him and everybody else is him playing for Liverpool says that he will be playing top matches. So Mr. Tuchel will be seeing him a lot in hard competitions. He's going to be in the Champions League. He's going to be in the Premier League. He's going to get the Carabao Cup. He's going to get the FA Cup. So there's games. As long as we don't exit early in these league games, he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. Shout out to you, MK To. How are you doing? He said third center back in the first 11. Yeah. What's wrong with that? Why do you think you're going to play Virgil and Konate the whole season? You're going to play them, 38 games plus your Champions League, which is 12? So that's 40. No, 50. Yeah. And he fits every position. I mean, he fits in any team in the entire 20 teams in the league. City would wants him. Man U definitely wants him. Arsenal wants him. If Diaz leaves, who will we get? For me, I know Fofana's young, but that kid is ready to go. I don't mind Cody being the starter this season. Cody's next, but if Diaz leave, my first option is Rodrigo. Now, the petty side of me will say get Eze. Now, at the beginning of the summer, I did make some statement where I said everybody was like, Eze. I was like, no, Eze can come to Liverpool, but not as our first option. So now Eze and Gakpo, that one I don't mind. But just me just being petty because I don't want Arsenal to get him. With a third center back, are we playing wing backs? No. You don't want to do that. Why and this is what Rich was saying. Just because we have so many good players does not mean we have to fit all of them in a squad at a time. Hence the reason why rotation is important. Does Virgil needs to play 90 minutes every game? No. He still plays the back four. Now, sometimes we may need to play back three if need be. So I don't think Arne Slot is going to try to switch to that formation. I think it's just, it's backup, right? Konate, Virgil, they will need backup. We got now, if you get Guehi, you got Joey G, and then you got the two starters, right? And the manager just have to do a great job in rotating these guys in. Yidis is another one I wouldn't mind. Interesting. That's a shout. Yeah, but Rodrigo, if if we could get Rodrigo, I'll be happy. I'll be happy because I think he needs game time. He needs to be away. But the thing with me that I get concerned, Rodrigo, is like I feel like he needs steel in him. He doesn't have steel. That's why I always get a little bit apprehensive about getting him. Slot, I feel under yes, he's under Slot. I feel under rotated last season, but I think if he has more players he can trust, then he might rotate more. That is 1000% correct, because remember the players wasn't his. The players wasn't his, so he did the best he could. And then what happened was on the center back side, Kwanzaa formed it. His confidence dropped, and that became an issue. I mean, at one point, Gravenberg was playing center back while Kwanzaa sitting on the bench. MK Tose, I'm with you, Ro. Yidis is good. I need to watch more about him then. I've seen a few, but we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, man, Liverpool, man, good things are gonna be popping, man. People, I told you guys, a big bomber is coming, and it's not my Guehi. I promise you, big bomber is coming, and it's not my Guehi. And if you listen to some of these Liverpool juniors and even agents are saying that, Sobosla agent came out and said recently, said a lot of people are making noise that Liverpool are doing something. I mean, the owner even came in and said something of that fact, right? Something is going on. So if you are a Liverpool fan, sit back, relax, chill, and watch everybody make a fool out of themselves, because all the good players want to come to Liverpool. I'll mention again, Verts, I want to go to Liverpool. Keckers, Liverpool. Frimpong, Liverpool. Now we hear that Guehi said he already told everybody else, I just want to go to Liverpool. That's exactly what we want. I don't rate Vinny at all, and Rodrigo has not been able to take his position. I think we overrate him too much. If he was that good, do you think Madrid will let him go? The problem with Rodrigo is the right side, he can play it, but that's not his preferable position. So he's not pulling trees. He's up and down. On the left side, you got two players who sell tickets, and that's Vinny and Mbappe. That's the reason why. Vinny, I liked him. I like watching him, but I have never put him on the same stratosphere as the top players. He happens to, at one point, he happens to be one of the best players in the Champions League or in the world. But then, I don't know what happened. He fell off. Right? I don't know, because he won all these trophies so soon, now he fall off. So, I mean, even if Mbappe right now, I'm not impressed with how Mbappe plays. I'm not, compared to when he first broke out, Mbappe does not excite me anymore. I don't know why, because I thought that he was gonna. Maybe I need to watch more games of his, but when I watch Mbappe, I don't get excited like I used to when he played for Monaco. Man, he was a beast. Oh my God. When he first joined PSG, and then when he went to the World Cup and basically took the world by storm. Now it's like somebody who just kicked the ball and just sprint. It works, so good for him, but at the same time, the man scored like 40-odd goals for Madrid, and this is supposed to be his very slow season. So it's just preference. And MK2 said Vini is starting to slow down, which I agree. Yes. Thank you so much for everybody who joined us today. Thank you. He said, I think Xabi will be sacked before the end of the season, and they will try to come get Arne Slot. Arne Slot is not going anywhere. He's gonna get a new contract, and I have the same feeling about this Jabi thing, because the players that he's trying to mold are not players that will do what Leverkusen players did. Although Enrique was able to do that with PSG, where he turned those boys into hardworking killing machine. But also don't forget, he spent a lot of money getting certain players that he won. Alonso hasn't had that opportunity. He's just been given a team and say turn them into winners. So those players are not motivated, because one of the best motivators, Don Ancelotti, could not even get them to win, to work hard. So I don't know what he's going to do. I believe the Club World Cup is supposed to be Chelsea and Madrid, or one of the big clubs in Madrid. So we will see how it is. But I have the same feeling. I don't think Alonso is going to last in Madrid. You could see how stressed he is even watching the game. Because Madrid players, not hard workers. Great team, great players, but they're not the type profile of players who will do what PSG did or what club team did. I think they will go for club. That will be the manager they might go for. Says seeing Madrid playing a back five is taboo. That's why they want Carlo out as soon as he stopped winning. No, he's gonna go 4-3-3. I don't think he's gonna do 3-4-3 that he played at Leverkusen, or 3-5-2. I think it's just gonna be a 4-3-3. I mean, that's why they got Trent, and they want a center back next year. So we will see. We will see. But big up to all of you guys, wherever you are in this global, wherever you are this early morning, evening, afternoon. Big up yourself. Thank you for joining me and Brother Rich. Thank you so much. We talked about Marc Guehi, Crystal Palace, Liverpool, and some of the situations that are going between both clubs. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, share. Please get the subs up. We are almost there, 12 away from 500, so we can start getting our calling show. Crazy, you are right. Only is someone superstar diva will respect it. Yeah, only club. I think, yeah. But the thing is, club also want players who work hard. So let me tell you about club. Club decided not to buy a player because he didn't like the way the player celebrated. So unless Perez is willing to give out a lot of power, that Madrid team needs to be gutted down and rebuilt. Their defense are not as good. They have good individual players, but I don't know how solid they are. But yeah, big up to all of you guys. I'm going to see if tomorrow we'll be, later in the day for some of you guys. We'll be back with One Man Them Saying, see what's going on in the transfer world. A lot of rumors are circling. Isak is getting hot. The conversation is getting really, really hot. Elliott being transferred is getting really hot. It seems like a few clubs are very, 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 very interested in Elliott. So we shall see. We shall see. Some of you guys haven't woken up yet. So when you do wake up, you probably let us know. But, watch that space. We'll be back, possibly be back later on this afternoon in certain areas, morning in certain areas, and evening in certain areas. But big up to all of you guys taking the time to watching your boy. Please, please, please subscribe. Please like, share, and go to my brother's channel, Eagle Eye Football, and go subscribe also. Great, great content creator. Big up to all of you guys. Please have a wonderful day. See you guys soon. Peace.